ready for these triple crown events.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Snooker Live Arena. I hope you are enjoying the videos, and welcome to the new exciting match that we are going to watch together. So I hope you will enjoy the video.
I think the red that's just sort of below the pink where there's a gap. I'm not sure he thinks there is a gap there. He might contact the other red off the pack, so it's this instead. If in doubt, just knock it in. Took a little bit of interesting to see that he's got himself sort of sorted out technique-wise, Mark. I know he's been with a couple in a few weeks ago with Lee Walker, who is obviously in Mark Williams' camp. So he's always searching for things.
I think that shows the professional. He's always trying to improve.
13.
And Lee's done an amazing job with Mark Williams in recent years, and but it could sometimes just give Ronnie that little bit of focus or something to just
to keep motivation as well when you've been playing as long. Sometimes if you learn something a little bit different, it
20.
who you are and what you've won in the game, sometimes you just need a little pat in the back and say, you know what, you're actually a really good player, mate. You'll just get out there and play. And I can't imagine Lee's going to impart too many words of wisdom that Ronnie hasn't heard before.
20.
But
29.
well, promising already. Going about this beautifully, as per normal. Now, as the split. Simple there, but these are tricky. Lovely,
37.
lovely shot. Looking very
hot into the centre. If this red goes in and he gets on a colour, it could be very, very quickly.
and you keep putting the balls into potable positions. Never misses an opportunity to get into the pack.
45.
Even that shot there was a better shot than it looked.
And I thought
51.
That shot looked like that with a bit of pace as well. It's an extremely ominous start here.
57.
yeah, you can't hit it better than this. Ball as per normal, one red in the middle that was tricky, but was negotiated, and once again into the pack, opening the balls into play.
65.
Yeah, take the green. Got a nice area to play down. Red in the middle. Play in that area.
$68.
1-0 down. And he's only broke off.
69.
To come like this,
77.
he's in serious form.
You guys feeling as commentators and pundits, but us players
83.
still think Ronnie is the benchmark. He's world number 5, but I think that if there was ever a case that the rankings lie, that's it right there. No, I think he is the ultimate benchmark.
Absolutely.
88.
That's not meant in a disrespectful way to Judd and Kyron, who've been dominating at the minute, but
89.
Now, what
It's
you
just
look
effortless.
at, what you look at with play, and when they all play the best, he is the best.
$95.
the frame's been running for
96.
8 minutes and 5 seconds. The first shot, we're already at their first century of the tournament.
Amazing stuff.
103.
When it's done at its absolute best in whatever sport,
110.
when it looks simple, it's because the player doing it is that good. And this has just been
115.
exemplary from start to finish. If you want to start a snooker match, folks,
121.
this is how you do it. Wonderful cue ball control, wonderful touch. And was there any doubt that these were all going? I don't think so. Fantastic performance wonderful long practice.
Ronnie gets us underway in frame 2. Barry will be... This red is potable, but he has to dig down, hit it. Dump shot's the right shot. You've seen the form that Ronnie's in, you don't want to give him any easy opportunities.
Back for his opponent. I know we spoke about the record beforehand, 18 matches to 2 in Ronnie's favour, but he knows Barry Hawkins is a terrific match player. Shows you the quality we've got on show when they're playing in the last 32 match. Tell you what, there's some games this week, Mark, isn't there? That draw.
Yeah, I know it's very cliche, but it's a lot of our first round matches there. It could be finals. You've Safety had to hit them thick, didn't quite control where the reds were going. He has left an easy starter for Barry.
Yeah, that was a poor one by his standards. Pressure here, but what can you do, Barry, on your first visit?
1.
Oh, that's beautifully played. Lovely control. Well, this is the level you're playing at.
9.
I think it's very important here for Barry not to get too far ahead of him. If you take your mind off the next shot at any time, you can come unstuck. Still
17.
Being a really top-class match player, comical cue action. Cue ball tends not to travel too much in his break building. Got a good touch.
25.
He can certainly score when he gets going.
He's had quite a steady season already, Barry. Not got to the sort of semis or
32.
final or anything, but he's only lost once in the qualifying matches for here quite comfortably, 6-1 and 6-3.
33.
He'll be confident.
Yeah, it hasn't always been the case with him as well. He's had slow starts, but he seems to be better. Certainly this year. You've mentioned his record, so
He always came back with an amazing
back, so he'll be happy he's in better form before Christmas.
41.
He will need 2 of the bunch of reds if he's going to win the frame this visit.
49.
This could be the one. Good angle. He's lost the cue ball. He is still on a red. Is there a plant around it? In some ways, John, I think the plant is actually easier than that loose red, even though it's not set.
Oh, looks like he's going to hit down on it to make the plant. And he has.
57.
Just needs to avoid the brown up and down. Oh, he's missed the pink.
Barry Hawkins. 57.
The only saving grace for Barry is that the red's covered the black in his previous shot.
To miss that one.
1.
So here's the puzzle. There's the reds in the position there. One near the right hand side cushion, one near the black, as Mark mentioned. Can he solve the puzzle? And
I think he needs that to travel.
3.
That red just passes. I'm wondering, has he got an angle just to go through and kick that red away from the black? He doesn't feel like he has.
4.
And if that's straight, it's no good.
yeah, it was interesting that one. He didn't take the chance there and put all his eggs in one.
What I like about the previous shot, bringing that pink down the table, you can keep closer control of the cue ball for the next few shots, trying to get a better angle to get to the cushion and leaving the white low on the black, which is not ideal.
18.
That double kiss has worked out perfect.
So there's one awkward red removed. Could have done with another couple of rolls on.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 25.
Yeah, it was a bit awkward that. Just came up with
1.
Right, it's travelled nicely.
Yeah, he'd be delighted to be back at the table, Barry. He must have been sitting there thinking, there's an O'Sullivan.
9.
Good pot that. Very good pot. I'll be breathing a sigh of relief there. And both players looking pretty good, Nick.
Yeah, and getting that second chance in this frame will quickly
16.
help Barry forget about that pink that he missed. They did it. Both looking good, Nick. Warming up nicely.
17. $23. Barry Hawkins, 23 and a 5.
Ronnie gives a knock from his chair, and Barry Hawkins will be a very... Yeah, thank you, Hazel. And what we can see so far this afternoon is they're both looking very good.
Another brilliant shot.
Yeah, some good stuff at the minute. Safety wise, cue ball not far from that. Yeah, it wasn't a particularly good strike that. Very thick.
1.
Yeah, and the one above it certainly comes into the other pocket, so
6.
you can see the
there.
black is potable.
7.
That red involved there helped massively.
12. 13.
He could hold the cue ball then. I was the ball and held it beautifully.
19. 26. 27.
On about leave.
35.
May have to put a bit of force in if you don't get into the white.
Yeah, just like that. The bad shot was the red. He should have been a little black free.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 42.
Oh, will it keep running? No. But is it full ball? Ooh. Tricky that, isn't it?
Yeah, he hit that a bit thick.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 8.
May have left a shot to nothing here. Two reds that are just...
Yeah, there was no attempt at the pot there from Ronnie. Trying to find that gap. Didn't want it killing the yellow, but no immediate damage done, but it's given the initiative to
behind. That'll help. Put it in a better possible position. Bring it back into play. So there's a 50-point lead here, but it's a very dangerous shot
to leave that edge for Ronnie. Bit of body steering helped it around the blue there, I think.
The next moves put him back in it. And that's why he's gone and done that.
One. Six.
What always amazes me about when people talk about Ronnie and how he plays the game.
7.
Rightfully so, they talk about his score and how fast he plays. But his safety is immaculate at times too.
It was a bit like a bit of chess, that was, and his opponent didn't play the move he should have made.
Struck that one beautifully.
16.
Back in perfect position. Just in need of this red.
17.
There's been no big break in this frame, but it's been very...
Yeah, broke down on 42, which was not
24.
like him, but the match play side of it, as you say, has just been that one shot when Barry should have put him in trouble. The return was a mistake, consequently. As men tend to end the frame. Won't be too worried
Ronnie
about
O'Sullivan,
that.
24.
There'll be a nod
End
from
of
Barry, and he had a good... Yeah, thanks Hazel. Fascinating stuff from the boys in the studio, and yeah, it is interesting that it doesn't.
Then you don't sort of give any trade secrets away whenever you're in the dressing room with the other person.
Yeah,
and you have to have that trust with your coach, don't you?
Absolutely. I remember a couple of seasons back, was it Chris Henry had Mark Selby and Shaw,
how they're feeling and what they're going through at that time, not giving anything away from the other person. That was a chance for Ronnie. It was another very, very good break off though, wasn't it? The pace on all three breaks.
One.
Watch the cue ball though. Got the pot, but not great with the cue ball.
Might sound like a lot, but you don't get many opportunities against Ronnie, and you have to make the most of these half chances that you're given.
You notice the likes of that shot he plays, he never plays it plain ball. There's always a little bit of side flicked on. He's always using the cushion, just playing plain ball up and down. But his touch is so good that when he plays figure of eights, the cue ball just seems to be really close to the ball cushion, which makes the return more difficult.
I think the thing with the way Ronnie plays his safeties with that element aside is that there's a lot more. There's nothing technical. It's just a feel how much side is going to throw. I think he feels as long as he strikes where he's aiming, he's very, very rarely going to hit a ball thick, which is...
It's a nice target. Wasn't on with that shot. Decided to play something else, but it could come into play.
That was an edge sticking out. Oh, there wasn't an edge. He's tried to play that with a bit of side. Missed it on the way down. I think he's not left much.
I'll have to knock this in. Well, Wasn't easy, that's for sure, and played it in such a way that he's mellow.
One.
Just can't have it any better than that.
Otherwise you miss those for fun. So that was a lovely piece of cueing. And there's one at the bottom of the pack there that does go. So amazingly,
Ronnie O'Sullivan,
he missed
6.
it. Didn't see that coming, Mark.
And he knew it, because you're going to get fear, or it seems that you're going to get
1.
fear. Not good try to let a shot. It did seem to come off a bit faster than it went on. So easy to do that. You're never really sure
Ronnie O'Sullivan,
how far
8.
away you are from the cue ball.
Awkward for a right-hander there as well, the way he was playing it. But anyway, he's missed it. And, well, Barry, you can't keep giving up the chances that you're getting. Decent one. Oh.
1.
Bang it in like that.
Yeah, I think the worry with the Brown was that if he just dropped it
4.
back in absolutely perfect position.
And the bad news for his opponent, himself, with the opportunities he's had, and he knows full well Ronnie will get stronger if he sees he's not going to get punished. Getting to him at the minute a little.
12.
Difficult, I know, but you've got to forget.
Even if he screws off them and loses the white a little, you have the red over the other side of the table. Controlled that perfectly. You just seen
20.
Barry when he missed that last one, sort of looking at his arm as if to say, like, I keep saying it, but when you're playing Ronnie, every small mistake is just magnified. He's had chances.
Yeah, this is a very hurtful frame for Barry Hawkins' first frame, where Ronnie, off your break off, made a
36.
century. That's fair enough, but he's had two. But, you know, if your opponent is that good, sometimes you say, well done, mate, but he's had chances here, has Barry.
$44.
He's already just a few balls away from winning this frame again.
$51.
Just want to get that confidence, don't you, John? Just see the ball going in again.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. Probably will do. He's just, well, just not done his stuff. He's one of the best match players we have on tour, but
56.
not very good.
57.
But still, it's best of 11. Intervals can change matches, so you have to come out with a different attitude after the interval, but he just needs to pot the balls he's used to potting.
65.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to think of how you played to get yourself here. He's obviously been doing good stuff on the qualifying matches and throughout this season already. He's played a lot of good stuff. Match is far from over. He's just going to keep getting stronger. Absolutely no fear of the winning line from Ronnie O'Sullivan. Ronnie just made me out to be a liar
80.
there as well, because I didn't think he could.
So it looks like it's going to be
89.
century number 2 of the afternoon for Ronnie O'Sullivan. Absolutely no reason why he should clear up from here.
92. 96.
I'll be happy with the way it's gone so far. Okay, missed 1 or 2, not many. His opponent, on the other hand, is going to press the reset button
101.
as the century goes in. Appreciated by the Barbican audience.
107.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with this man's cue ball, as per normal. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant century break.
Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Ronnie was very happy. And Mark Allen was absolutely correct before the interval, because Barry Hawkins, I just bumped into him there, he did actually go into the practice room for a little practice, so you're quite correct in what you said.
Yeah, it's not like you're going to find a massive amount in that 15.
Yep.
1.
Feel as if this is a very big frame, don't you?
Yeah, we all talk about how good Ronnie is, greatest of all time. He doesn't give up many leads. Such a good Barry was to make a sizable break here. It'll make Ronnie think. Right back in the game at 3-2. He's got an angle here now to open more reds up.
So go on then, which way?
Coming back to just past where his hand is now.
15.
More control in that shot. I'd like to have hit it a little harder.
Yeah, it still moved a few reds out, didn't it? This is actually a very decent chance.
But sometimes it can be a little irksome, just that you're not exactly where you wanted to be.
23.
These are not bad at all if you can get the other side of the pack where he's playing now. Go through the gap. Yeah, perfect. So I say he's looks like he's
31.
say when he makes breaks the cue ball hardly moves.
Just his hand to go into the same corner, so got a big margin for error here.
$39.
You like the I don't like that shot at all. No need to play that.
Yeah, it was a funny one, wasn't it? He was in two minds, you could almost see that.
Even if he didn't want to play the small gap, just missing the bunch, he could have just played off the side cushion and left himself a bit further away for the red on the right hand side.
46.
He'd be very disappointed that not to finish the frame in one go there.
Everyone who is watching the video, it's a humble request. Please like and subscribe the channel as well.
Yeah, I didn't see any way he could play a tail on safety there, and he's left Ronnie a shot at the red below the pin.
Please do tell me in the comments. Thank you.
Didn't get the pop, but he missed it thin, which is the proper side to miss it. Got
Sorted out another red, and quite a clever little shot that.
bring that difficult red straight into play. Barry was probably trying to cover that with the black.
And it's not there. That was a poor shot, shouldn't have been hitting that.
Yeah, it's not often you say it, but he did not hit that well at all.
One.
If he doesn't win the frame from here with a full.
And how mad this game is, that's pressure itself. You have to try and just stay in the moment, concentrate on this red and getting on the blue. That's all you can ever really
7.
control. That was a better shot this time, because the previous blue he tried to land here and he just didn't get.
13.
Yeah, it's a very big frame, as we mentioned, just for this. It looks a bit more like his normal self. Which
Yeah, and for all we've talked about Barry struggling and
yeah, I don't know about
20.
you, Mark, but if I was playing Ronnie, I'd get a little bit of encouragement from that ready to great piece of cue in there.
No, any individual shot can be missed, of course, but it was the way he missed it and how badly he cued it. It rattles and sort of goes close, but that'll be
34.
worrying. As possible. Try and clear up it if you can. I know it sounds obvious, but just keep Ronnie in your seat a little longer.
42. $48.
I mean, 3-1 down at the interval's never great, but at least it's a little better when it's a best of 11. And you've got a bit more leeway. It's much needed.
53.
Yeah, being 3-1 down is not the end of the world. It's just how he was 3-1 down and the chances that he missed, but he'll be feeling a hell of a lot better in himself now. The yellow doesn't go in.
Barry Hawkins, 60.
Doesn't matter, a break of 60 is enough. Barry Hawkins to win this frame and close to just 3-2 behind.
Well, Ronnie's breaks so far today have been pretty good, as indeed. Well, I thought Barry Hawkins was in the first frame, Mark, but he never got a ball
that we're looking at. Not as good a cue ball this time. Just got that a little bit thick, but I don't think there's any immediate damage.
Careful, you don't want to be promoting anything towards the other corner. So I played it onto the black, which was a pretty clever shot to make sure that didn't happen. That's another example of that sort of figure eight shot.
He's got that much too thick. Yeah, 2 possible reds on for Ronnie.
One.
Very good shot.
That was a lovely pot. Barry will be absolutely kicking himself he made such a mistake off the safety. It really wasn't that difficult a shot, but see, this looks like nothing, Mark, but you've got to really time this one, haven't you? This is a shot that can easily go wrong if you don't time this well.
Yeah, if you overhit that, you miss it thick. Don't commit to it, and you might get the pot and possibly the green here.
12.
The reason I said green is because there's a good target on that right hand side. But oh, what a shot. I think he's been very, very unfortunate.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 17.
Yeah, still.
This is a very big shot. Because that would have been Barry's big chance in this frame.
That's too hard. The white doesn't travel back up the table. The top spin stays on it. You can see that's why he's played it with a bit of drag. Controlled that lovely.
So he can force an angle.
He actually done pretty well there, but he's left him.
5.
It's a lovely shot he's just played there. Next to the black, next I think. And from what
I've sat in the studio and in the commentary box and looked at a table that looks so
12.
unpromising, and within 3 or 4 shots he's just got them in a position that's absolutely ideal.
I think what I would say is he's probably known playing that and could have. I think Adel took the yellow and waited for a better chance to get on one of those 2 reds near pink and black.
27. 28. 31. 32. 39. 47.
Oh, shame on me for absolutely
55.
beautiful. Shot off the green, left himself the awkward red, dropped that in, and since then, apps here.
62.
Isn't it? Because this has been absolutely amazing, this break. I don't think there's much that we could have said that would have made it any better than just letting you sit and watch it at home. It's absolutely amazing. O'Sullivan at times. Didn't look like there was much on at all. If he can get enough bite in this green, get the red off the cushion. He's missed the green. Doesn't matter. Very, very good break of 69 from Ronnie O'Sullivan. Gives him a 2-frame.
Thank you, Hazel, and echo the sentiment. Thick, and not a bad lead for a left-hander. This downside there to being a lot firmer, was there? You know, you hit that, you're either getting the pink. If you screw out, you're on the black. The one thing you couldn't be was have a dead one.
Just going back to that safety shot that Ronnie played, I talked earlier about how Ronnie doesn't play much with playing ball. He always tries to play a bit of
Barry
side.
Hawkins 1.
Hit that.
These middles are so tight. If you hit that near knuckle.
This is where,
One.
as a match player, you've really got to dig in. Easier said than done, but these balls are nice.
It's disappointing.
Barry Hawkins 6.
Such a poor shot on the blue that he's going to get.
1.
I think he fully expected a cannon, but not off the pink. He hasn't got a gap through the black. Doesn't want to pot this red. Yeah, he didn't get the left-hand side that he wanted on that.
Very good pot. Sneaked in off the far jaw, but it's not getting any easier. Pink out of commission.
Yeah, it never rains, but it pours if you're Barry Hawkins. Ronnie doesn't miss too many, and that by no means was easy, but cushion first maybe on the red nearest the pocket.
That's the only chance, isn't it? It's all he really had, in truth.
Well, you could actually see the bunch. Chance to put Barry in big, big trouble. Has he left the gap? I think we can tell by Ronnie's body language that he's left the gap alright.
Yeah.
1.
And he's played that absolutely beautifully. To get that cue ball there, the correct side of the blue, was an excellent shot from Chance this, because it's just the ball colours and the blue at the moment.
Seven.
And even though he's the wrong side of the blue, That was a very, very good shot. Back in perfect position.
12. 13.
I'm in a perfect world. He'd like to have got an angle on the blue there, come down, played a little cannon on the red, and the black took option.
I think it's one of those now where you need to decide now, do I want this black in play or not? Because there's enough.
The way the reds are, I'd probably change my mind and say he's doing the right thing, actually.
19.
As long as you keep getting that cue ball top side. Where the problem comes is if you...
Doesn't want to stick behind this red. And of course,
24.
he has another half chance goes begging for Barry Hawkins.
Barry Hawkins, 24.
Yeah, I do think, as I say, I agree with you. I think he did the right thing committing to blue, but you just had to be top side, didn't you? Once you didn't get perfect position, you were always having to... You know, Mark, I'm thinking you can almost feel the tension in it. It's almost like both players are realising this is an absolutely massive frame. Seems to have cranked.
Pull away and close this match out, and Barry also feels like this is a great chance to get back into this game. Both making mistakes. Another safety error from Ronnie, which is just not like him at all. Not the best shot in the world from a chance to get back to within one. Just needs to travel.
He's having a bit.
7.
He done well there, finding that gap. Perfect this time on the blue. That was a very, very good shot from Barry.
13.
Yeah, and that previous blue wasn't a great shot to land straight. The red wasn't a good shot to land low, but he's landed low enough he can get round. And again, it's a little shorter than he would have liked, but he has got a shot at this
18.
red. A little bit more missable.
19.
Well, he's done well in the cue ball. You have one of those days where it's just not quite right at any point, but this has been one of those breaks where he's just kept going and refused to leave the table, so well done to him. The one frame behind again.
25.
Barry will pick up on that.
This red that he wanted rid of the whole time.
31.
Barry needs to use that.
$48. 51. 55.
He's taken these beautifully well. Can he flick the pink out? How's your billiards?
60.
Not bad.
66.
Yeah, interesting stuff, and well, I agree with Stephen. I think if you can win a frame and win it in one visit, make a 89. Well, he wouldn't give a frame winning contribution in one visit.
1.
And that's a good start. What a pot that is. Beautiful shot. Very tough, these. Good shot.
9.
Excellent. Yeah, that was a better cannon than it looked as well. Not to get the
60.
exact.
17.
So it's come out in this frame with a purpose. Opening red was a corker. Play a little cannon. Well, he could get into the cue ball and played that really nicely. Played in the
25.
screen there. Has done. How's the cue ball? Has it got enough, Barry? Just, I think. Oh, beautiful shot. Might actually be.
Move it from the pocket and get a good weight. What a shot that is. What a shot.
Thoroughly deserved that was. And beautifully played.
Like having to dig down a little. Needs to slide by that red. Dealt with that.
I think he might have the angle to avoid that cannon. If he can, that's the way forward. There you go, through the gap. Beautifully played. I mean, that's
45.
really well struck with the extension.
It's going back to what they touched on in studio. They said about Barry needing to make a one sort of visit to get Ronnie worried in his own performance. Sometimes that's more effective
52.
than Barry making break after break, because he probably expects that. The balls. And at the minute, this is as good as he's looked in this. And
This has been very fluent. Beautifully taken. That plant in the middle of it was
59.
fully deserving. Oh, saying that.
time to pull out a lot of recovery shots. Being a left-hander, this red 2 below the pink, it's pretty accessible.
3 or 4 inches on the cue ball. This would have been a lot easier. Well played.
65.
That green
68.
means Ronnie O'Sullivan's red would make absolutely certain.
69.
So we've got 4 all, but can he go on and make a sizable break?
In the next frame, because that's the key. I mean, he won last year's championship, Ronnie, but there was a few times through the tournament where
70.
couldn't press over the line.
75.
People had chances against him last year, and Barry Hawkins has put himself in a very good position at 4 frames each, but he's got to keep that fluence. Even though he misses the
Barry
blue,
Hawkins,
he won't be too
75.
bothered about that. Ronnie says that's
And the
enough. And both. Yes, and it started as a best of 11, and now it's a best of 3. So Barry Hawkins has done what? Well, he'd have snapped your hand off if he'd have said you're going to be 4-4 with an opportunity against Ronnie O'Sullivan.
But yeah, encouraging signs from the interval. Breaks of 60, 73 and 75 have got him back into this match. But that's another very, very good safety from Ronnie O'Sullivan. Perfect length on the cue ball.
Yeah. I really like that shot. That was fully committed. He knew that was the shot to play, and he got a tap on the table from Ronnie because he just said, right, this is the correct shot, this is how you need to play it. And he knew he'd be opening reds, but he played that really well.
Yeah, very good shot. He has left the red for Ronnie. Can't tell what angle he's got.
A bit of a gap between them, but after the one he knocked in the last frame, you'd fancy him getting this one.
One.
And the bonus, the green being knocked up the table here.
Five.
He's got a nice little line of 3 reds. They all appear to go in the right corner.
$17.
Absolutely perfect, considering he was just a touch with the cue ball short, but the fact that he's left-handed, he can just screw back off this. Red in the corner, I'll leave him perfectly on the pink.
23.
May have an angle now where he can, well, he hasn't, I just think. All to be reviewed.
30.
Much more difficult when you're having to go back up for the blue every time, but he's still at the table, still in control.
$35. $36.
Yeah, that was the one that I talked about earlier. He needed to get on that early, but
Where the cue ball's going to go. Players don't like that. They like to be more exact. He's knocked it in.
$41. $42.
he's played that very, very well.
And he's certainly answering my question. I said the frame.
50.
Must confess, early on in the match, it
Declare Barry looked all at sea with his action, but whatever he's done on the practice table at the intervals definitely worked. He looks much more fluent and in control.
57. $65.
and the defending. Make no mistake.
And that's what Barry's done. He's kept Ronnie in his seat, kept him cold.
73.
Some good stuff from the interval. Just wondering how much the pressure now changes onto Barry.
He's been as fluent as he's been in the match.
79.
And as Stephen mentioned, he want to see win in one visit. Well, here it is, all day, at the most important time.
$85. Barry Hawkins, 88.
Well, didn't make the century, but an absolutely excellent break. Yeah, that's what makes it fascinating, but what you can say, all credit to Barry. Can he keep the momentum and get over the line?
Yeah, and you don't win everything that Ronnie's won in this game without being able to dig in. This is definitely a time he needs to do. That's a brilliant safety from Ronnie. Perfect line and length. And that red that you're trying to get around. He's found the gap. Caught the brown. Oh, that's a nice little flick.
Yeah, I think he'll settle for that.
Pink in the middle, full commitment. Where's this red going? Over the pocket for Barry.
One.
It's not. Doesn't look like much, but that was a good shot. Across the nap, just dropping it in.
Just a bit. And a little screw stun here. Pink in the opposite corner. And this year's United Kingdom Championship. There's nothing Ronnie can do sitting in his chair. He's just got to hope Barry misses.
Yeah, and I've just seen that stat pop up at the pots.
50.
He'd like to get the...
$21. $28.
Now he could just play the red in the middle, but as options, he decided to play the one in the middle.
35.
He's looking.
Getting down quick. Got just enough angle to be able to punch up for the pink in the centre. Oh, he played that very, very well. He had more angle than I thought.
Played it in a way there where he'd leave himself.
Looks good.
49.
He's just a little short again.
Top corner's in a good position, but he was planning on playing position another way, but this'll do.
Not want to be straight.
55.
Needs the white to travel. And it hasn't. Needs a bit of luck.
I don't think this is any good.
No.
I don't think this is any good. So it's not all over yet. Well, he hasn't managed to win it in that visit, but that was an excellent concert. Yeah, it's also lovely to get round the angles, this, isn't it? Bit of a win-win shot, this one. Played it well. And a very good return as well.
Could leave everything though.
Very nice. As I say, this is easily missed. So he half did well not to get a double kiss.
I'll tell you what, he's had a result with that.
Yeah, I'd have been more interested in just getting the green safe there, really. It's just, for me, that was the priority. I mean, it's still down the top. Hello, where's the blue? Ooh. Brilliantly thought out and even better played.
Oh, what a key ball that is.
That was fabulous.
What a shot. Hasn't put on the ball for nearly 50 minutes. What a shot that is. Unlucky not to be on the blue, but still has the brown. That little flick has meant that he's not on the 1-2 out from the cushion. He's going to have to take the much more difficult one. A lot of pressure on this. Yeah, that was far from easy.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 5.
Another chance for Barry. Red on the colour. Red and high valued colour.
Well, it does go in the corner. He can hold it. Fair.
Eight.
63 ahead. 59 on the table. Just make absolutely sure. Roll this red in the middle pocket, and that will be shake hands time. And what a performance this will be from Barry Hawkins as the red goes in. And that's enough. Ronnie O'Sullivan says well played.
Thanks for joining us at Snooker Live Arena. If you enjoyed the game, give us a thumb up and hit that subscribe button for more thrilling snooker action. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and remember, every shot counts. See you next time. Bye.